The scene shows various characters in what looks like a fantasy town setting. The text declares, a fantastical world that has swords and magic. We see buildings, adventurers, and this whole medieval fantasy vibe going on with a witch hat wearing character. Next panel. The Gozel dungeon that was supposedly already cleared out. Then we get this absolutely massive, intimidating figure. The Grim Reaper with a huge scythe. There's a character with this intense, shocked expression gasping. I've just realized something. The Grim Reaper dominates the scene with its dark, imposing presence. And then you have the true boss, which is an extremely powerful top-tier monster, Grim Reaper. New page opens. A small round creature or mascot says, Wulka. There's a girl and the text reads, Our party will. Another character lying down says, Hi, actually. The mascot appears again with Wulka. We see two female characters in the scene. Know about this story. The chapter title drops. Chapter 1, The Way to Use a Life. The Grim Reaper looms menacingly. Get wiped out here. We get this dramatic title spread with flowing text. Chronicles of a grim otherworld of a reincarnator who's a happy-ending supremacist and girls that harbor extreme emotions. The title appears at the bottom. After I desperately avoided the annihilation ending, my party became unwell with the credits. Author, Shima, light novel author, Suzume Mito, character design, Kodamazon. The action explodes. Wulka! Someone shouts. There's intense combat with a character's hair flowing dynamically. Wulka! Another voice calls out. More combat sounds ring out. Ugh! Someone grunts. Squirt! The battle continues with fierce motion. Chaos escalates. Someone's groaning ugh. There are slashing effects and intense action sequences. New. Wulka! Someone screams in desperation. The scene shows the aftermath with characters catching their breath and coughing. Darn. Someone mutters in frustration. The ominous Grim Reaper stands there. Although he can finish us off with a single strike. He's getting a kick out of tormenting us. That's how it'll play out after this. I'll be ripped to shreds. The text continues. Then after he takes his sweet time torturing the other girls who are my comrades, he'll eat them alive. We see victims in distress. Without being able to unleash my overwhelming power, he'd summon a countless number of monsters and... Why the hell did I just realize it now? If I caught on sooner, I'd have told them to retreat. The realization hits hard. It's been 17 years since I reincarnated into this world. The Grim Reaper looms again. Two figures walk together in the dungeon. And I realized what our roles are in this game's plot. I ended up finding out. I found out that this world is based on a manga as the original material. This monster is a foe that will be taken down by the protag, who'll soon show up after this. And we are but foil fodder meant to bring out the full power for the protag, in the opening stages of the story. Basically we're a mob party that had already been wiped out. The devastation is clear with bodies scattered everywhere. No one can fight anymore. I can't imagine we'd hold out against the monster until the protag comes here. Running is not an option either. We wouldn't stand a fighting chance against this monster even if we were in top form. Character sits in despair. Right, this is hopeless. We're literally doomed as per the plot. There's a moment of realization. Exclamation point. Someone grabs something with determination. Wulka. There's embrace and emotion. No. Please don't. Wulka. The cries continue. Run now. The command comes. Master. Someone responds. Run. Please run. You can't. The desperation builds. Triple A. The emotion pours out. No. I'm sorry. Atori. I'm so sorry, Wulka. The apologies flow with tears. Eulitia. Names are called out. Atori. The weight of the moment hangs heavy. If only I. The regret begins. The sparkly emotional effect surrounds a character. We're doomed? Someone questions, looking down at something in their hands. Clench. There's determination building. Not all hope is lost. No. I don't care about my damn life. However, didn't I vow I'd make those girls happy no matter what? I should know about it. The way to take out this guy. After all, the protag is about to beat him on a 3-page spread. That's just fine by me. That death ending where they all died never sat right with me anyway. The characters are shown in conversation. Wulka. Someone questions. The determination is clear in their expression. I'll die after I see to it that I crush that bad end thoroughly. The resolve is absolute with that intense look. There's a dramatic action shot. A sound effect rings out as someone kicks or strikes powerfully. The Grim Reaper starts to react. No. Someone shouts. There's a blaze. Effect showing something happening. Wulka. Don't go. Wait. Panic builds. Whoa. The action intensifies. After a while he wakes up, and he realizes he is sleeping in a bed. And then he sees his master and she got black circles under her eyes. So when he asked her on what happened, she looks at him and she started to cry. She then suddenly fell down on the ground because of the shock, but this shock so he gets up by asking to her on whether she is okay or not. But Wulka's freaking out because something feels really off about his body. Then Wulka notices, wait, his left leg is gone. The one that got sliced off in the dungeon. And when he checks his right eye, it's been cut down too, leaving him half blind. The injuries from that cursed manga are permanent in this world. Now here's where it gets heavy. Wulka suddenly remembers everything. He recalls his past life in Japan where he read this dark fantasy manga. He realizes this whole world is that manga, and he's living inside the story now. The worst part. He remembers all the characters in this manga, whether main cast or background NPCs, got brutally tortured and met horrific deaths. No exceptions. And the kicker. He knows this specific storyline therein is heading toward the absolute worst ending in the entire series. The one that traumatized him so badly when he read it. He managed to avoid that fate once by surviving the Grim Reaper fight, but he's terrified because he knows what's coming next. Yulitia and Itori come back from shopping, super worried about Wulka. They're relieved he's awake, but you can see the concern all over their faces. Yulitia especially. She's glad he's okay and admits she was genuinely worried sick about him. Tori's the same way. Both of them were terrified something bad would happen to their friend. They explain that their comrade lost an eye and a leg in that battle, so they understand the severity of what Wulka went through. But here's what breaks Wulka's heart. He tells them not to worry about his body. He reassures them he's fine. Yet inside he's remembering something crucial. He beat that cursed manga storyline. He survived the bad ending that was supposed to destroy him and give him deep trauma. Even though the scenes were downright grotesque in the original manga, he managed to pull through. And most importantly, he's genuinely happy that his precious friends didn't have to experience all that pain and torment. That's what matters to him. Now Wulka's looking at his situation. He put his life on the line to protect everyone, and he actually managed to pull it off. He risked everything and came out alive. So he has zero regrets. None at all. The girls keep insisting he doesn't need to push himself, telling him losing an eye and a leg is no small deal. 10 days pass after that bloody battle where Wulka was walking near death's door. These girls, whose hearts were on the verge of breaking, finally managed to push through to their breaking point. It was more than enough to shatter them emotionally. The atmosphere in their house feels tense now, like they're holding awake over Wulka even though he's still alive. Yulitia comes to wake him up in the morning. She opens the door calling for her senpai, and sees Wulka still sleeping with Liesel there too. She notices Wulka's terrible wounds and thinks about how her senpai really needs to stop pushing himself to his limits like he did last time. The way they're positioned, Liesel the youngest and Yulitia the oldest have completely swapped their usual roles now. Yulitia asks senpai what his plans are for today. Wulka says it can be anything she wants. He'll make sure she doesn't feel uncomfortable in any way. Wulka figures he should take his time getting used to his body after the incident. He's being all calm about it, saying, "I'm good today." But then Yulitia hits him with some real talk. She's looking at him with this serious expression, questioning if he's really dependable. Like, is she perhaps not dependable to him? Because honestly, Ulysha's fine. She tells him straight up, no, she's not gonna just sit there and worry about him. She reminds Wulka that in his previous timeline, having a 13-year-old girl take care of all his needs would have been downright criminal. But here, it's the other way around. She feels like she might rely on him way too much since he's so dependable. Then Yulitia drops the bomb. She's made a vow. Whether it's her body or her life, she's decided to give him everything and die for his sake. She's dead serious about this. From here on out, she's leaving everything to them, to the party. She promises she'll never make him go through something painful or push him in any way. She swears she'll feel good, so he should rest easy. She'll grow stronger and work hard so she can help him with everything he needs, senpai. Wulka is sitting there thinking, this is beyond scary. Like, the girl is being way too intense about this whole caretaker thing. Ulysha's not backing down though.